What would happen if you could uncover the secrets to living well beyond the age of 90? It's not just thanks to sunshine and the Mediterranean diet. Get ready for a surprising journey through 7 places across the continent where the elixir of long life truly seems to exist. And forget the usual clichés. We won't just be exploring remote villages with perfect diets. We'll reveal the secrets of wind-swept islands, efficient mountain cantons, and even bustling metropolises that break every longevity record. A word of caution. These are not necessarily the 7 places with the absolute highest life expectancy or the greatest number of centenarians, but we selected them from 7 different countries because they each show how long life can be achieved for remarkably different reasons. Do you know of any similar places? Let us know in the comments. And if you're curious to discover the European places where, on the contrary, people live shorter lives, write life in the comments. Welcome to this new video from Amazing Europe. Number 1. Ogliastra, Italy. The data from the Italian National Institute of Statistics leaves no room for doubt. Many towns here shatter the Italian average of 3.8 centenarians per 10,000 inhabitants, reaching incredible peaks of up to 80 in nearby areas. Think of the Melis family, which entered the Guinness World Records in 2012, 9 siblings with a staggering combined age of 818 years. But what magic lies behind this longevity? It's not magic, but a powerful alchemy of genes, environment, and culture, forged by centuries of isolation. Scientific studies point to a unique genetic heritage, refined by this isolation, with genetic variants that may protect against age-related chronic inflammation. There are even hypotheses that ancient practices of marrying within the family, though generally risky, might have unintentionally concentrated genes favourable to longevity in this specific context. Add to that a frugal yet potent diet, thoroughly studied by scientists. Only 5% of calories come from animal proteins, mainly from goat and sheep dairy. The real backbone is whole grains, which make up a remarkable 47% of total caloric intake, great for the heart, and with a low glycemic impact. Every day, a handful of nuts, few total calories, around 2,000, almost no added sugar, just 3%, and an explosion of vegetables, making up 12% of calories, much more than the rest of Italy. Then there's the constant movement. The hilly terrain imposes natural daily exercise. People here walk on steep slopes, work the land into old age, keeping both body and mind sharp, as confirmed by the University of Sassari, which reports extremely low rates of dementia. Finally, there's the social fabric. The elderly aren't isolated but revered, seen as wise keepers of tradition, central figures involved in rituals and celebrations that dissolve stress and strengthen vital bonds. Ogliastra is more than just a place. It's a living manifesto showing how genetics, real food, constant movement, and community can rewrite the rules of aging, offering not just more years of life, but more life in those years. Number 2. Canton Ticino, Switzerland. Canton Ticino is a true paradise of longevity. Here, life expectancy at birth soars to 85.2 years, nearly 4 years above the European average. In particular, men in this region live an average of 83.6 years, the highest figure among all regions classified by Eurostat. What's Ticino's secret? A powerful formula. First of all, Swiss excellence. In Ticino, there are over 5 doctors and 10 nurses for every 1,000 inhabitants, far above the European average. The healthcare system is especially focused on prevention, with regular checkups starting at age 50 and access to advanced treatments. Add to that widespread well-being with some of the highest per capita incomes in Europe, nearly €6,000 gross per month, and an effective system of complementary benefits that helps elderly people with low incomes cover essential expenses, including rent. The environment is another ace up the sleeve, a mild lakeside microclimate all year round, and clean air protected by strict environmental policies such as limitations on heavy traffic. But Ticino brings its own unique touch, an active lifestyle, with 4,700 kilometres of hiking trails inviting people outdoors, and lakes perfect for water sports. The local diet is a fascinating Mediterranean alpine mix: olive oil, lake fish, and local vegetables. Particularly intriguing to experts is that, despite above-average consumption of wine and coffee, cardiovascular mortality is extremely low. This is a notable point, given that these two beverages have traditionally been seen as bad for the heart. However, recent scientific research has downplayed past concerns about the cardiovascular effects of moderate coffee and wine consumption. As for wine, the debate among experts continues. But when it comes to coffee, large-scale studies now suggest that moderate intake is associated with a neutral or even slightly reduced risk of many cardiovascular diseases. By moderate consumption, experts mean around 3 espresso-sized cups per day, which in fact is exactly the average in Ticino. What do you think about wine and coffee consumption? Number 3. Icaria, Greece. This island in the Aegean Sea is known as the place where people forget to die. Along with Ogliastra, it is one of the world's rare blue zones, regions where people live significantly longer and healthier lives than the global average. The numbers are astonishing. Studies show that in Icaria, 1 in 3 people reaches the age of 90, a likelihood nearly 2.5 times greater than for Americans. But it's not just about adding years to life. It's about adding life to those years. Icarian people are remarkably free from dementia and many of the chronic diseases that plague the Western world. What's their secret? Not just one, but a powerful synergy of factors: geography, culture, diet, lifestyle, and a unique mindset. Their diet is a robust variation of the Mediterranean one. Local vegetables dominate the plate, an impressive 37%, including many leafy greens, followed by fruit, legumes, and potatoes. Generous amounts of olive oil are ever present, and fish is included. Meat, pasta, and sweets are consumed very sparingly. They drink local wine and prefer nutrient-rich goat's milk over cow's milk. Daily herbal teas made from wild plants like rosemary and sage offer antioxidants and diuretic benefits. Adding to this is the religious tradition of Orthodox fasting, practiced for nearly half the year, a form of calorie restriction that slows aging. But Icarian life goes far beyond what's on the plate. It's natural movement, mindless movement, integrated into daily routines on the island's slopes, tending gardens and fields. It's deep rest, with the afternoon nap reducing the risk of death from heart disease by up to 35%. Most importantly, it's a strong sense of community. Family and friends are a top priority, bonded by evening games of dominoes and lively village festivals. Icaria teaches us that a long and healthy life blossoms from the harmony between simple food, daily movement, rest, low stress, and the irreplaceable warmth of human connection. Number 4. Comunidad de Madrid, Spain. So far, we've explored isolated or sparsely populated communities, but the undisputed longevity champion of the European Union surprises us by triumphing not in a rural corner, but in the beating heart of a major capital. Welcome to the Comunidad de Madrid. With a life expectancy reaching an incredible 86.1 years, Madrid doesn't just rank high, it is number 1 in the European Union. This achievement is extraordinary because it happens in a radically different setting from places like Ogliastra and Icaria. Here, there's no centuries-old isolation or frugal diets, but a vibrant, dense, modern metropolis. Its exceptional longevity is not rooted in ancestral habits, but in contemporary factors. The main secret lies in the outstanding performance of its public healthcare system. Modern medical science, accessibility, and efficiency translate into the lowest mortality rates in Spain for major killers like cardiovascular diseases and cancer. A triumph of large-scale public healthcare serving millions. Another key factor is the city's successful urban adaptation. Unlike the traditional lifestyles of other longevity hotspots, Madrid thrives thanks to favourable socio-economic conditions and a lifestyle that seamlessly incorporates healthy habits into its metropolitan fabric. A high average level of education and income blends with intense social engagement, and the city's walkability encourages physical activity. Surprisingly, obesity and smoking rates are lower than the national average. The Mediterranean diet is present here too, but adapted to modern urban life, affordable and integrated into daily routines. Madrid teaches us a powerful lesson. extreme longevity is not reserved only for small, remote communities. It can flourish in a dynamic metropolis when top-tier healthcare, solid social conditions, and an urban lifestyle that promotes health and connection come together to form a unique protective environment, proving that even in the heart of modernity, well-being can thrive. Number 5. The Principality of Monaco. Now we enter a near surreal dimension of longevity, the Principality of Monaco. If Madrid holds the longevity crown within the European Union, Monaco boasts the highest life expectancy in the world, reaching an astonishing 89.5 years, nearly 9 years above the EU average. But Monaco's formula is radically different from the other regions we've explored. Forget rural isolation or widespread welfare. Here, the driving force is extreme wealth. Monaco is a magnet for the global elite, and this concentration of affluence grants virtually unlimited access to the best possible resources. Let's start with healthcare. The public system is excellent, and the private one even better. Medical density is staggering, with 7.5 doctors per 1,000 residents, a world record and more than double the French average. Even the number of psychiatrists reaches 4.9 per 1,000, revealing an exceptional focus on mental health. Nutrition is optimal too, food of the highest quality, custom-designed diets, and private chefs. Living conditions are superlative, almost absolute safety, a pristine environment, and luxury housing. Financial stress, nearly non-existent for the vast majority of residents. Add to this a premium Mediterranean lifestyle, top-tier diets with French-Italian influences, an inviting climate that encourages outdoor activity, even in this dense urban setting. But one crucial aspect sets Monaco apart: its demographics. The population is tiny, fewer than 40,000 people, and largely composed of wealthy expatriates. This creates a powerful selection effect. Monaco doesn't so much create longevity from scratch as attract individuals already predisposed to live long lives, thanks to their wealth, education, and status. This stands in stark contrast to other longevity hotspots. Madrid excels thanks to large-scale public healthcare. Ogliastra and Icaria thrive through traditional and frugal lifestyles. Ticino benefits from widespread Swiss prosperity. Monaco, instead, represents the apotheosis of longevity through the maximization of public and private resources in a setting of extreme wealth and selected population. It's a fascinating, unrepeatable exception, showing just how far human life can stretch when every possible advantage is at one's fingertips. Number 6. Åland Islands, Finland. The Åland Islands are a fascinating case study. This autonomous Finnish archipelago, where Swedish is the dominant language, isn't just a natural paradise. It's a surprising epicenter of longevity, with numbers that leave researchers stunned. Imagine an average life expectancy of 85.1 years, a full 3.5 years more than mainland Finland, which already performs well. And it gets even more remarkable. Ålandic women live nearly 88.5 years on average, possibly the highest female life expectancy in Europe, outliving their mainland counterparts by over 4 years. How does this tiny community of just 30,000 people, scattered across 6,700 islands, reach such extraordinary heights? The answer lies in a powerful mix, the renowned Nordic model amplified by unique local factors. First, the environment. Åland is a nearly untouched sanctuary. The air here ranks among the cleanest in Europe, with PM 2.5 levels below 5 micrograms per cubic metre, a stark contrast to southern Finland. This pristine nature encourages an active lifestyle, rich in walking, cycling, and daily maritime activities. Then there's healthcare, deeply rooted in Finland's world-class welfare system, but made even more effective by low population density and easy access to services. Preventive care is taken seriously. Over 80% of residents aged 60+ participate in cardiovascular and cancer screening programs, with breast cancer screenings exceeding 90%. Åland's Nordic diet also takes a unique turn. Baltic fish rich in omega-3s is consumed at 35 kilograms per person per year, nearly double the national average. This is complemented by lean local dairy and fibre-rich rye bread. But perhaps the true secret lies in strong social cohesion. An estimated 70% of seniors take part in community activities weekly in a stress-free environment, far removed from the chaos of big cities. Compared to other European longevity hotspots, Åland stands out with a cleaner environment, higher fish intake, and a stabilising maritime climate. Together, these elements create a uniquely protective ecosystem where exceptional longevity isn't just possible, it's expected. Before we reveal the final location on our list, if you found this video informative, please like, subscribe, and click the bell icon so you don't miss future videos. And don't forget to check out our new channel, America vs. Europe, where we rank US states, Canadian provinces, and European countries across a wide range of topics. If you're curious to find out which places in Europe have the shortest life expectancies, type life in the comments. Number 7. Kensington and Chelsea, United Kingdom. Now this is a truly fascinating case. Right in the heart of London, the Royal Borough of Kensington and Chelsea isn't just a symbol of prestige. It boasts the highest life expectancy in the UK, with women living up to 87 and men reaching 83 on average. These figures are astonishing, especially when compared to the UK's opposite extreme. Glasgow City, where men struggle to reach 73 due to post-industrial decline, poverty, and widespread social issues like alcoholism and drug abuse. Kensington and Chelsea, by contrast, appears to leverage immense wealth to achieve extraordinary longevity. Economic affluence translates into privileged access to both elite public and private healthcare, top-tier nutrition, generally healthy lifestyles with low rates of smoking and obesity, high educational attainment, and a well-maintained urban environment. However, this borough is far from a monolith of prosperity. What makes it truly striking is the extreme internal inequality. Behind its glittering averages lies a shocking gap in life expectancy between its wealthiest and poorest areas. For instance, women in Nottingdale live 15 years less than those in the neighbouring Holland ward, just 500 metres away. For men, the divide is even worse, a 17-year gap between Nottingdale and Courtfield. This health chasm is driven by deep deprivation, ethnic health disparities, less healthy lifestyles. In the north of the borough, 1 in 4 people smokes, lower physical activity, and alarmingly low participation in screening and vaccination programs in disadvantaged areas. The lesson of Kensington and Chelsea is powerful and twofold. It shows how wealth can push life expectancy to record heights in the UK, but also lays bare how brutal social and economic inequalities can create devastating health divides. Even in the heart of privilege, a long life remains a luxury. Not everyone can afford it, even within the same neighbourhood. To fully understand this video, we also recommend watching our video on the 10 healthiest countries in Europe. Additionally, on our America vs. Europe channel, you can find the life expectancy ranking for all these locations. That's it for this video. See you next time.